Hi everyone, I'm Lisa
I'm Lori.
and we're here with you for a slightly late March challenge update. Thank you for your patience, but Laurie and I had a very busy week and this is the first chance we had to get together across the time zones, across the oceans. So thank you for joining us. If you want to hear about some of the things that you can do to enliven your stitching this month, stay tuned. And if you don't care, scroll on by. All right, we're going to start with no new starts this week and give you a rundown on what's happening in no new starts for the month. Right now, still happening, you can join in, it's not too late, is the focus event. It's where you focus on one piece, you put your start photo, you put your finish and how much you stitched, and that gets you a participation entry. Plus, in conjunction with that, simultaneously, we have the Beat the Modmin event. So this one you can use lots of whips, but you select, and you have to select now, which one of us, sort of 15, you want to beat. And then the lucky wheel will draw the winner. And if you actually beat them and they were drawn, then you get a prize. Who did you pick this month, Laurie?
Karen.
Karen, I picked Debbie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you any hints, but there's a few people who are good to know about. But that's the thing, you don't really know. Some people are doing a random wheel to work their way through the Modmins. So it's just a bit of fun. And you can use as many whips as you like for that, just to start and finish and of stitch count, obviously. Then on Wednesday night Australian time is the first Strident Sale at 7 p.m. I'm trying to do one in Australian time and one in American time so that people can always get there. But you can work on your sale at any time during that day. It's the 8th of March. Post your start and finish on the post and see how you go. I know I'm using my Nutcracker for that one, so I'm getting progress on that each time the Strident Sale comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the 17th of March, 17th to 19th, we've got the Whip Frenzy. And this is the fast-paced action game where you basically work on as many whips as you can. 200 stitches, I think it is, on each. And you work your way through as many whips as you can. So that's lots of fun. That's being run by Crystal, so more information about that later. Then we've got the Strident Sale coming back again on the 25th, and that one is at 11 o'clock Australian time, which is currently an hour ago now. What's that in your time, Laurie?
It is 2 minutes shy of 7 p.m. Central Time.
6 p.m. Central Time on Friday night, the 24th, for the American people. And then on the 29th and 30th, we're going to have our first go at the colour relay, which is another one of the fast action patch live ones. So if you want to have some fun and stitch in a colour, you're going to have to do 100 stitches in a colour. Look out for that one. But wait, there's more. We've got the monthly events. Scattergories is on. And also this month, we've got the Lion and the Lamb full coverage event. And this is a new event for full coverage stitches. And it is being run for the month. And the idea is that you do 1,000 stitches on each of your full coverage pieces that you want to work on. And you can get a bonus if you work from the one that you've got the least done through to the most done. And there's another bonus for page finishes. Now, we don't all stitch in pages. I know I'm a colour completer and a cross-countryer. So there is a little mathematical equivalent that Natalie worked out. She's the mathematical full coverage genius, based on how many stitches are in a HAID page. So if you're interested, it's all the details are in the event. Check it out. If you're not a full coverage stitcher, that's fine. Not every event is for everyone, but there is an event for everyone. So let's go to categories, Laurie, because we're going to talk through that. And the letter N is the lucky letter this month, and I have not worked these out yet, so it's going to be working this out a bit on the fly. What have you got for an animal, Laurie?
An animal with an N? I don't have one. The only whip that I have an animal in, there's a cat and a bird.
Well, your bird might be all right because my animal's actually a nighthawk. And there's a nighthawk in the Amazing Animal Kingdom. Well, there's a hawky sort of looking bird that I'm calling a nighthawk.
Got
So
it.
that's what I've got for an animal. What about beach? An item at the beach.
Oh, Mm,
The word I came up with is nautical.
that is nautical. I can't think of anything with an N. Categories is really hard for me. I know we do this all the time, but I don't have anything with water, so I don't have anything beachy, but I know there are beachy things that don't have to be at the beach all the time.
Yes.
So yeah.
I think if you can word it into nautical, I'm sure you'll be right. I haven't worked it out yet either. But yeah, I haven't worked. I'm finding N harder than J.
Yeah.
Color. I've got navy blue as mine.
Navy blue. I can definitely do navy blue with anything with the sky, but I have a deep color sky. I haven't shared anything. I'll just share it really quick. With Attack on Titan, there's a lot of deep navy blue in the sky. Share the screen. I had to blow it up. There you go. So there's a lot of deep navy blue in this area, but I wouldn't, go with the sky blue if I didn't have navy. Yeah.
But yeah, navy blue is the color that came to my mind. There's probably more answers, but we're just getting our first thought today. All right, something to do with humans, starting with N.
Nose.
Yes, and that is exactly what I'm doing. You obviously would do your Attack on Titans, but for me, I'm going to share mine. I'm doing this one. This one is the Angel, Lion, and Lamb. So there's a nose on the lion, the lamb, and the girl and the angel. So that would be I would be doing a nose there. All right, man-made. Something man-made, starting with N.
Yeah. That's hard. I don't have that many whips. One thing I do is if I have a structure, like I have a castle and my Alhambra Garden mandala, I would Google that castle structure. In any of those parts of that castle, if there's an N in there, then that would kind of fit that kind of man-made structure. So that's my process, but I haven't come up with an N yet, but it might help someone.
Yeah, and I think that's the sort of thing I'm going to do. I'm just trying to find the whip I was going to use, but it's not showing up. Oh, maybe they're coming through now. No. So I will be probably on my stitch in time. Oh, there it is. And I'm sure I don't really need to share it, but my stitch in time, make it big for you. There you go. I'm quite sure there's bound to be something. Again, same thing like on the bookshelves. Like, I could probably do a nook, like a reading nook or something in the wall.
Yes.
Something like that would probably work. So I figured that would be my easiest one to find, something man-made with N. So there you go, probably a nook. Travel. I'm not coming up with anything for travel. Maybe somewhere you went, like Norway or north.
Yes.
If you've got a compass pointing north.
Oh, that would be good. I just finished One Nation. There are states that begin with N. That would have been
perfect.
Yes.
I think there's a compass on Anzac, but I just finished that too. So
yeah.
Season. I am using Northern Hemisphere winter.
Mm-hmm.
And did I just close that? I think I just closed my whips. No, I didn't. Good.
Got it.
Northern Hemisphere winter for me.
I'm doing spring. Yeah, I was thinking of new, but that's not a thing. Or
well, I don't know. Could the new buds in spring be related to a season? Because you get the new flower buds and the new birth of baby animals in spring. I'm not sure, but I mean, again, it is a hard thing.
Yes.
I'm just going to share you mine.
Got it.
There's my Northern Hemisphere winter.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas house. So, or Santa comes from the North Pole in the season of Christmas.
I like that one.
That
If you
might
have a
work.
Christmas movie. Mhm.
Yeah. So, you're going to have to be creative, I feel, for this month.
Yeah.
Following on from that is a holiday of New Year. I was going to do New Year's Day because that starts with N.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't worked out what I'm going to do for New Year's Day. Probably my Savannah's curtsy. She might be at a New Year's ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the Halloween pochette. So what is it when you have a crook in a tree or a hump? I'm thinking of an N word there and it's just not coming to me, but let
I feel
me.
like it's a knoll or a knob.
And that's it. And a knoll, but isn't there a hill that's a knoll?
Probably, yes, there is a hill that's a knoll too, so that's good.
Okay. So sharing my screen, I guess I could go with that for a couple of reasons because it looks like this farm is on a hill and then
Ah,
there's not a notch or the
yeah.
knoll, a bend or whatever in the tree. I'm not sure the definition. I definitely will check it before using it.
Mhm.
That's my thought in this flip. Yeah.
Now
But
you've just given me another thought. Your pochette Halloween is French or Italian?
Italian.
So maybe there's an N word in Italian that means something. Doesn't say it has to be English.
That's
The
true.
thought,
That's very
just a
true.
thought.
I will look that up. And
We're
is
good.
no with a K or an N?
I honestly don't know. That's a hard question for the moment.
Okay.
All right. The next two I haven't found yet, and I'm not going to bother going. I'll tell you what they are, but I'm not going to bother finding them on the screen because they'll come up easy to find. Music, book, TV, and movie. So there's heaps of things you can find starting with N for them. So like my Christmas house, Nightmare Before Christmas, or The Night Before Christmas, or so there'll be plenty of things we can find for N for those ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Designer though. Designer starting with N. Do you have one? I actually do.
No.
No? Okay, my page just went back too far, so now I've got to look it up again. I have Nora Corbett.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And that is a very good one. And now I've got to flick through and find my album again, so it's going to take me a while. I need to find my photos. So I've got Savannah's Curtsy, which you guys have seen recently, and she's on my list to do. Where I found them. Let's just find her. Scrolling through, not making you dizzy today, but not sharing until I get there. There she is. All right, share my screen. So there's my Savannah's Curtsy, and she is by Nora Corbett. And as I said, I think she's going to be my New Year's dance person as well. And lucky last is a pattern starting with N.
No, nothing for me.
I haven't looked, but I guarantee there's no N's in what I'm currently wanting to stitch. So I won't be getting all the categories, but that's okay because it's a bonus if you get them all. And it's you don't have to do them all to count participation.
Yeah.
All right, let's go across to daily 30, Laurie.
Daily 30s monthly is an acrostic again. You're probably recognizing a pattern and you might be correct with that pattern. So the word for the acrostic is St. Patrick. So all of the letters, STP, A, T repeats again, so you can't use the same thing. RICK.
No S.
And another S.
Another S, so St. Patrick.
There is another S. It is plural with a 10th.
And it's any name or item?
It's any name. So any word of the name. It doesn't have to be the first word of the name. So any word of the name. it can be an item or any word of the designer name. And the actual letter, if you work on samplers, the actual letter in the whip will also work.
All right, I'm just working out based on the title of my pieces that I'm doing and seeing how many I can get with that first. So I've got Savannah's Curtsy.
Yeah.
I've got Angel, Lion and Lamb. I've got Stitch in Time, because they're all ones that I need to work on. What else have I got? Well, I've also got Samurai, but I've only need 2. I've got Christmas House 2. I'm doing well on the titles so far. Just flicking through, looking at which ones. Bird in Hand. I could use the in, couldn't I?
For the I, yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. I'm down to 2 T's, a P, an R, and a K.
For the T's, you can find something in your whip very easily.
With a tree. Definitely. I was just saying what I could get out of just the names first. A Nutcracker Village. So yeah, I think I could easily get them done. Definitely got trees in my ABC, but I can only use tree once, or can I only use tree in a different whip?
Just tree once. Like if the title of your whip was a tree, and then you found a tree in a different whip, that might work, but it can't be the same exact claim.
I'm going to use toes, because look at this. Where's my picture? I must have already done this one, because I've already sussed this one out. I must have stitched it yesterday, because look at this. I think my angel is a bit crazy, because can you see?
She's barefoot.
She's barefoot in the snow. Oh, I lost her. I didn't do that very well sharing you at all. There she is. Sorry. Look, she's got toes. You can see her toes.
Yes.
So I think you'd need to be able to see the toes to have it count. So she's the toes.
Yes. And I have like 7 active whips, and I was able to fit this in pretty easily.
Good. So show us, what did you do?
Oh, okay. I'm just going to share my actual post in the event. I think that will be the easiest.
Okay, I'm going to keep looking.
And it may not be big, but let's start out at the top. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy by scrolling.
That's all right.
So I'm starting a new web garden sampler. The S in sampler is my tie-in. Attack on Titan, the last word. And again, I'm having to show a picture of my whip, like the cover photo, and it has to include the name to claim that reason. Pochette Halloween, the P, Attack on Titan. Did I use the A? Okay. T and R, I'm just going to find something in my whip. Pochette Halloween has a tree. R, they're black birds flying in Pochette Halloween for Raven. Ink circles, I, related to the whip name. Then there is Cirque du Circles by Ink Circles. So C for Cirque du Circles. Then K, Karen Kluba designed this garden sampler. And Craft Room Stitch Count Sal for my
and look at that, you've got the latest picture. Good girl. With the
yes.
wall of DMC bobbins. I've had lots of good comments about that this month. People like the bobbins. All right, well, I just filled in mine. P is going to be people. I don't know which piece yet, but I have lots of people. R is reindeer in the Christmas House too. And K is going to be Kris Kringle in the Christmas House too. So that's good, because that'll give me 900 stitches on Christmas House too, and I've got to do 1,000 for the Whip Warriors, Lion and Lamb. So beautiful, double dipping all the way. All right, well, that's good. So nothing else happening in Daily 30 that we need to care about at the moment?
Not regarding monthly, no.
Okay, Down Under Divas. Dancing through the decades. We're up to the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, these are big stitch counts for people who like to do big stitching. It's not for everyone. If you want to dip your toe in, I thoroughly recommend the group, but I suggest do the fortnightly challenges. They're a lot more palatable, but I like the challenge, so I make you listen to these ones. And you do it as your total number of stitches. So you can be an ankle biter and do 3,000 stitches in total for the month. You can be fair dinkum, do 6,000, U-Butte, do 9,000, or Ace and do all 10,000 stitches. I don't think I'm going to get all of them this time, although I might, but depends. I usually find them and then I run out of time to stitch them. All right, 2,000 stitches on a piece with a lady, Laurie.
A lady. There's a female, I don't know if you call her a lady in Attack on Titan, so that's what I would do.
Yes, again, we have no authority whether that would be accepted or not, but you could give it a go and get 2,000 stitches on your Titans and enjoy the progress. I will do my Savannah's curtsy. So she's going to get 2,000 stitches. Stitch 2,000 stitches on a piece with a large body of water.
I'm out on that one.
Well, you're not actually.
Really?
Really.
Oh, you have Anzac? See,
Anzac.
that's not one of my whips this year. Not yet.
No, so you've got it, but you're not stitching on it.
Correct.
That was silly of you, because that's definitely a large body of water. It's a whole map of New Zealand and Australia surrounded by water. But
yes.
I finished it, so I will use my animals because my animals have that water at the top and the waterfall coming down. So that's easy for me. About Qantas, our second oldest airline in the world, and our emblem is a flying kangaroo on a red background. So for that one, I did actually finish Anzac using that because it has a kangaroo on it. So you got to stitch on something with a kangaroo or in red thread. And you finished your flag as well, your One Nation.
Right. Yeah, I would be on that one.
The next one is about the Wall Street crash, Black Tuesday, stitch 1,000 stitches in black thread or on a piece with numbers.
I could do that. I believe there's enough black left in Attack on Titan to get that accomplished.
Yes, well, I'm in trouble because where are you? I've lost you. There you are. I'm wanting to use this one, my samurai. And there is black on his tunic. I've already done his hair, but I've just finished all the black on his tunic and I've started doing the black back stitching. And I think I'm going to get to 500. So we need to help me out here and see if any of the other pieces that I'm wanting to stitch on have black.
Surely your hates, no?
Well, I don't know. So there's not much black. Oh, there wouldn't be much in the stitch count. Savannah, I've pretty much done the black. As I said, it's limited to the whips that I'm wanting to work on.
Your Kringle one?
No, Kringle's not in it. Bird in hand, there's no black left I've got to do. Yeah, Kringle's has black, but it's not on the list. There's not really black in that one. I don't like my chances, but I'm up to here in the elephant. Maybe I can get to some black. That looks like black, but I don't know. So the other thing is numbers, and I don't have numbers either, not in the whips that I'm currently doing. So did I stop sharing?
Yes.
Okay, so I might not be able to do that. Next one is about Walt Disney. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a Disney piece or one with a mouse.
I'm out on that one as well. These are very specific.
I'll see if there's a mouse in my animals or in stitching time. There's no mouse in the Angel, Lion, Lamb, which is a shame. Okay, but this one, Angel, Lion, Lamb, 500 stitches on a piece that has something that roars.
Yeah, okay. I wonder if you could get creative because in Attack on Titan, the flag is whipping, and I guess wind can roar. That's a stretch, but that's the closest I could get.
But it'll get you 500 stitches if you want to try it. The next one's another Art Deco. Now, last time I had an Art Deco prompt, I did my floor in Savannah's Curtsy. But this time I actually figured my craft room stitch count Sal, because it's the brown wood, and that brown wooden bookshelves is very Art Deco style.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would be doing for that. Women's fashion, short dresses, bobbed hair. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with something short.
Short. In Attack on Titan, their haircuts are short and their jackets are short because you can see their waist.
Crop jackets. And I'd be doing a lion lamb because the short lamb is short.
Yeah.
TV was invented in 1925. 500 stitches on a piece with a television or related to a television show. That's going to double it perfectly with the prompts that we read before about TV and film. So from categories.
Yeah.
Clarence Birdseye invented a process for frozen food in 1927. 500 stitches on a piece with food. Do you have any food, Laurie?
Pumpkins could be turned into food, so Pochette Halloween.
I've got grapes up next to the wine bottle in A Stitch in Time, so that's food. And the last one is stitch 500 stitches on a winter piece.
None. Yeah.
Christmas House 2, Angel, Lion and Lamb. I'm very wintry at the moment. It's just the way it is. So that is Down Under Divas. Semi-Sane, Laurie.
Semi-Sane has always has quite a few events every month. So the event I'm participating in is the fishing tournament. It's teams of 10 people, and we're trying to catch different kinds of fish. So we stitch 1,000 stitches to cast our lines, and then the moderator, Laura, spins a wheel, and we find out what we got. It's a team participation group, but not too fussy. I'm having fun with that one.
It is good, and our team's got 6 different types of fish already, and two tin cans.
Yes.
So you don't always get a good thing.
No. And every month Semi-Sane does the focus challenge. So you just pick your one whip and you stitch in 1,000 stitch increments on that one. Then this month is light or dark. And you pick a whip within that theme and you stitch on it. It's a non-counting, so enjoy. That it's good to have those sometimes. The other one, you still have your start to finish Sal, and it's spring start to finish Sal. Pick a project that reminds you of spring. Post your start. There is a password, so look out for that. All photos must have the password, not just the starting photo. And it is a start to finish. The whip can be any size. Of course, you'd want to pick a smaller one if you want to finish within the month. But that's that event. And anything else that I missed? That's really it. There's the 2023 calendar sale, but that's more like a yearly.
So there's lots and lots going on.
Yes.
Pop Culture have got their acrostic happening again. I believe they've got acrostic every month. What's their acrostic this month?
Pulling that up right now. The March acrostic is Racket Champs. Let me see what the word is. Sure. Yep. Racket Champs. And with them, it is 200 stitches per letter, the designer name or the chart name. And then there's 300 stitches for a penalty. And they're making the penalty unlimited now.
Oh, that's nice and easy. So there you go, guys. There's heaps of things happening. All our other games are still going along as usual. We're still traveling in Utopia. Summer, so that now we're going to get dehydrated. It's just like, how many ways can we try and get killed in this game? We got Hell Stitchin is doing a Build a Rainbow event this week, which you got to do 100 stitches for different colored fruits, and then build a rainbow to cross it. I imagine there's going to be a few pop-ups coming up from things with the 17th of March coming, St. Patrick's Day. So I would be on
Yes.
the lookout for that. No hints here from me, but I'm just guessing that that's what's going to happen. Any other groups we need to talk about, Laurie?
Not really. I'm just flitting down.
Harry Potter is doing a good thing this month. They're doing a new monthly challenge where you've got to actually work on your owls, your 5th year owls or whatever year it is. And you've got to do 200 stitches on a piece that you can relate into the topic matter. So like care of magical creatures, you've got to have an animal on it. And then you need to do this if you want to be able to participate in the newts further on. So it's a different thing for Harry Potter. It normally doesn't make you be specific for anything, but there is a normal monthly going as well, but you can only do one or the other. So I'm definitely doing the one where you're doing the classes. I like that challenge, and I like to prepare myself for what's going to come in the future.
Right. No, I can't think of anything else that's specifically monthly. So,
all right, guys. Well, as we said, sorry we were late. That's just life, but we appreciate all the positive feedback we've been getting, and that you guys like hearing all these hints and tricks. So we will be back with you as soon as close to the 1st of the month that we can. And until then, happy stitching, everyone. Bye.
bye.